Hello again, YouTube. This is the Truth Man giving you the truth. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping All Subjects channel. No Matrix. Don't care who like it, who don't. No Matrix people don't need friends. So if you think you gonna dangle that over somebody's head, I don't F with dude. So I want you to know that firsthand that I don't care. I don't mess with him like that. Who are you anyway? What are you accomplishing? And matter of fact, even if you were doing big things and accomplishing things, if you were to say, I don't mess with him like that, I don't F with him like that, who cares? I'm alive. Life is good. You know, you had obstacles in life, you had ops in life, but I mean, if you alive, man, you got another chance to be happy and to make the best of it and to make a difference in this world. Of course, if you're being a thief, thug, panhandler, all that stuff, you're not making the best of it, but you still have another chance to do something for yourself, for your kids. If you have a unicorn wife, for your wife, mother, whoever you want to look out for. If you alive, you got another chance to do something. But what I want to talk about on this one is laziness and excuses will delete you. Will KILLU, literally. What do I mean by this? Let's say you weigh 700 pounds and you feeling unhealthy. If you refuse to do anything about it, it could be the end. Or let's say you weigh 100 pounds and you like 6 feet tall, you like 5'8" if you're a woman, you're underweight. If you don't do something about it, it can be a problem. Let's say you keep going through bill problems, like you keep having money problems. Every year, same thing. Bill collectors calling you. Bills piling up. You can't pay them. If you don't do something about it, what's going to happen? Now, you got one job. And you got all those bills. And you ain't got no money saved up or nothing. So how is that working for you? So that tells you need to do something else. You need to add a second job. You need to get out here and do some of these gig work. You need to get a paper out, deliver some pizzas, do something. You might be a person that needs to drop off that fat and that dead weight. In terms of fat this time, I'm talking about people. Like, if people are in position to help you and they're not, once they refuse to help you, and then especially if they been like contentious with you, like let's say you got an apartment, and let's say your roommate lost his job and ain't trying to find another one, and every time you bring up bills or try to tell him to find a job, y'all end up getting into it, almost coming to blows. You need to get rid of dude. You need to get rid of him, because see, some people start out as something else than they end up. Like, just because a person starts out as your friend, that don't mean they're gonna be your friend for a lifetime. Like, sometimes a person that seemed like a friend, you could have known them since kindergarten. Now they act like an enemy. Like, they go to your other friends talking about you behind your back negatively, all this other stuff. It happens, man. It happens. But when you live with somebody that's doing this, you need to either move at the end of that lease or end up getting rid of that lease and go get your own place. And don't let that person move in. Here's the thing why I say righteousness is dangerous. Because a lot of Christians are taught to turn the other cheek out of context. To always forgive out of the context. Let me show you how that's out of context. Do God do it? Do the Most High do it all the time? Okay, if the Most High always forgave everything, wouldn't everybody go to heaven? Wouldn't the Bible, Revelation 20 and 15, wouldn't even be in the Bible, would it? King Saul would have still been king. A lot of things would have been different. But that's not how he thinks. So if that's not how he thinks, then if we think that way, we in error. You know, you don't go trying to take vengeance on every situation. But if somebody wrong you, man, like, you gotta look at them like, forgive them in your heart. But why would you keep dealing with them? Like, why would you keep dealing with them? Like they gonna get better. Do people get better? I don't see people getting better in 2022. I see them getting worse. I see them getting worse. I was talking to an old coworker, and I told him flat out, if a certain person left, I probably would consider coming back, because that was really the main source of problems. Talking about me to other people, doing all these little childish things. That was the main source. And I noticed that particular person, everybody they talked to, like when they came around, like they had like a bad energy. And so I'll be walking past and I'll look in there and I'll see a person, one of the bad energy people, in there friendly with this particular person. I'm like, yeah, that explains it. That explains it. That's how it be, man. But you got to do something about the issues at hand right now. You don't wait until you have cancer to try to get rid of it. You try to prevent it. Like, you do research, try to prevent it from ever entering your body. With diet, with, exercise, with the right foods. But if you're lazy and you a know-it-all, oh man, I ain't worried about that, man. Smoking cigarettes. Man, I don't worry about that. I only live one. And you don't do nothing about it. And by the day you like they be on the cartoons, you might as well, like, remember Gremlins? Those of you that's my age, when one of the bad Gremlins had like 5 cigarettes in his mouth, all lit up at the same time. I might as well smoke like that. But you say, I ain't worried about it, man. You only live once, and that. And then you got that little robot thing 5 years down the line, when you could have just avoided it, stopped, figure out something else. Laziness in terms of your addictions. If you got addictions, like if you have a drug addiction and you don't do anything to combat it, you get mad. You want other people to give you their money. You always have some type of excuse. Excuses will take you out. You say, well, I know hypes that done lived for, okay. It do happen sometimes, but it don't happen every time. You might be the one that croak in 2 years. So, laziness, man. And don't, man, I'm old. Man, I just saw, it's a video on YouTube. It's I think the woman is 70 in shape. No stomach, nothing. The dude was 60. Man, that dude was doing stretches that I probably can't do right now. A couple of them stretches. Like, don't get me wrong, I still got some abilities, man. I can still get upfield. Like, if we was playing football right now, and they handed me the ball, I can get upfield. If I got some blocking, I can get upfield. And that's what's weird. even matter of fact, that go hand in hand with the story. So when I was in high school, like, I was doing little stuff, but I wasn't really working on my game. Like, my game was still raw. But when, like I remember our last game senior year, they put all the seniors in the game. It was snowing. And that last play, like, I had the last tackle of the game, and I lit that dude up. And after I hit him, I said to myself, like, man, I could have did way better. I wasn't really applying myself. So it's weird that I was kind of backwards. Like, I wasn't even in school no more. I was out of high school. I was working out, I was running, I was watching football, trying to learn this, learn that. And then I got down there, and it all came out. Like, it all came out. But what did me in wasn't laziness with football. Now, it was with track. Like, I just wanted to hang out. I wanted to chase the women and stuff like that. I ran track in college. Like, literally, that's how fast I got like 5 times faster after high school. I don't know what, I think it was some of the things I was taking. You know, back then, weight gain had a little extra stuff in it. So, I was running track. I was a sprinter. And we had a meet coming up in like a month or two. Like, and we was in the beginning stages. No, it was like a month, maybe 3 weeks. We was in the beginning stages. We already knew everything we was gonna run. But I didn't like what we were doing in practice. I was like, man, this is too much, man. I quit. And now, just the other day, I was thinking like I was watching Deion Sanders, some stuff with Deion Sanders. And I was thinking like, man, I wish I would have just stayed on. I really wonder how I would have did. Because I hadn't got fast. Like, I wish I was that fast in high school. I had decent speed, but our track team was just ridiculous. We was really the best in the state. They just couldn't get the baton pass right. But they was really like the best. We had dudes that just practically looked like they was floating. So I wasn't gonna beat them out for them sprinter spots. But how fast I got, I would have beat a lot of them. I would have beat them dudes. Like, a lot of them, probably almost all of them. I don't know what happened. My muscles developed. I was working out. I wasn't being lazy. But then I got on that track team. We was having them long practices and stuff. I wasn't able to play around and all that. I said, man, I quit, man. This is too much. I quit. And, you know, that was the end of it. And I think sometimes if I would have just kept running track, that would have been the money I needed right there. I would have never had to drop out. But laziness and excuses will do you in, man. It will do you in. So, don't be lazy. Don't make excuses. If matter of fact, let's go here. If you need food stamps, then you need to make more. So what would you do? Sound like I went right into the sun. What would you do to make more? I mean, don't sit around and listen to people telling you what you ain't got or what you can't do. But you should be doing that to yourself. Like, it's okay to criticize yourself. Like, some of the people that try to criticize you, they ain't do good themselves. Like some of these parents and grandparents, they had an easier time. Their mortgage was $200, $300. And they sit around and they criticize their kids and grandkids, but you can't help them. You literally should be a millionaire how much your bills were. But they ain't gonna help them, they just gonna criticize them. They ain't S-H-I-T. They ain't this, they ain't that. What about you? Because really the way it's supposed to be is the parents supposed to give back to the kids. Like, you're supposed to take care of your kids, and when you get older, you're supposed to leave them something. Make life easier for them. But what if, especially black, like here in Milwaukee, I could definitely say it because I hear it too much. You think that you being a good parent by throwing your kids to the wolves at 18. But what you really doing is you putting them backwards. You making them go backwards. Like I was telling my son earlier, he been working, you know, that thing kind of messed him up. Cause right when he was finna get a job, that's when all that happened. And so he been working like about maybe like 5 months. And I told him, like, I saw his little statement. I said, man, you're doing pretty good for somebody to just start working. And so I'm not going, as long as they abide by my rules, don't be all disrespectful, all that, I'm not going to tell them, hey, man, you grown now. Because that's not what you're supposed to tell your kid. You supposed to, like a lot of people, you grown now people, they don't leave life insurance. They don't give their kids no money. Like, if you ain't do nothing but just, when you see your kids sometime, here, put that in your account. Then you done did your duty as a parent. You should be teaching them how to be with money. You should be giving them something, whether, even if it's just a ride. Do something for your kids, man. Do something for your grandkids. Because you being a fool with all that excuses and talk. Then something happen to you, and they gonna be looking at you like, man, I ain't gonna lie, I really don't want to deal with them like that. Because you wasn't helping them. Now, some kids is ungrateful. They throw their kid and their parents in the nursing home after their parents did everything for them. But a lot of these parents, man, they too busy trying to be juke joint. Trying to be slick. You 60-something years old. This is not the 70s no more. Your gold teeth practically look silver. They look bronze. This ain't the 70s. This is 2022. You shouldn't be on no type of drugs. You should be, you getting in the final stages possibly of life. You should be trying to sign contracts for life insurance and start piling you some money in the bank and get you a will. That's what you should be doing. Not, they grown now. They grown now. They might be grown. And you want to teach them to be independent and responsible. But even if they independent and responsible, give them ease it a little bit for them. Laziness. All y'all do is that won't work. Your pipe standing right up. You know why? Because you ain't working hard enough. If you was working 8 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, you gonna have some soft times. Them dudes y'all ever seen, these dudes, all they girls, oh man, he be laying. You know why? Because he ain't got no job.